Yes, sir. I mean, well, obviously, like you said, it didn't end the way we wanted it to. Super frustrating. We've, gone back and thought about all that we could have done to make the outcome differently. But, man, it was truly an amazing season. I mean, to go 14-1, no matter what, is just pretty incredible. And I think around here, it's kind of become like just normal. We've set the bar so high the year before, being 15-1. And so being 14-0, like a lot of the kids around here were like, whoa, this is just normal. But, man, you go around and listen to coaches all around the state that are like, we would pay a lot of money to be 14-1, And so I think that, overall we ended, unsuccessful and we were frustrated. But, looking back and, the way that we grew as a team and the relationships that were built, it was truly an incredible season.
Well, some people say 14-1 is a pretty successful season,
Yes.
But I get what you're saying, though. I mean, how often, with those couple inches in that last game, how often have you played that in your mind since?
Yeah, I can't even. There's too many to count. I mean, I just be going throughout my day, and then I just feel it, and you start thinking about it, and I just kind of hit myself on the leg, and just, it just stings, man. It won't stop stinging for a long time, probably. And, I constantly think about, what would have happened if we would have been, had gotten it and gone to overtime. And so, man, it's like I said, man, too many times to count. It's frustrating. It hurts. It hurts for everyone. Everyone that put their life on the line and put their, just were willing to do something like that.
But it gives you a feel for next year. I mean, you come back next year. You probably got a lot of kids coming back. I think I looked and somewhere you only lose like maybe 4 offensive starters. I don't know the whole number, and it does change. But I mean, it gives you fuel for next year, right? You guys can use that and maybe reach that state championship.
Definitely does, yes, sir. There's a lot of, kind of the year before, I mean, people knew what it took to become a state champion, or, and get to that game. And this year, it was the same way, man. We worked hard every week, constantly. We never took days off. And, going forward, I mean, it shows people, what it's like, and I'm really excited. You're right. This is going to fuel us, and this is going to make us work harder in the summer, and just in the rest of the school year. And so, I wish we could just go back out and play another game this next week, but it's a long process of the off season, and what you do in the off season kind of sets the stage for what's going to happen in the fall.
You did everything. You ran the ball. You threw the ball. You were the leader of the offense. How much pressure is that, being a high school quarterback in Texas, to have that, to be in that position?
Definitely. I mean, yeah, football is there. I mean, the whole town comes around and, is a part of the team, it feels like, and there's a lot of people that you feel like, count on you. But at the end of the day, man, it's just support. And that's kind of what I look at it as. And then also, one of my mentors of mine told me that pressure is a privilege. And so I've always just thought about that in big moments and big games. And, yeah, man, it's a lot. But I think last year, being a sophomore, kind of going through that, I mean, I felt way more pressure than I did going into this year. And so just having that whole year under my belt of playing in big games kind of made this year feel like a breeze in that sense. And so, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that count on you, but I feel like, at the end of the day, man, you got people around you that relieve you of that. That's what teammates are for. They're here to pick you up, and so we really bounce off each other in that sense, and we kind of take the pressure off each other's shoulders.
I mean, you're a leader. I mean, it's clear on the field. It's clear. I mean, if you're sitting in the stands, you're the leader of the team. Next year's a senior year. Outside of a state championship, what makes that successful for you?
I mean, yeah, man, everyone in high school football thinks that, being a state champion is like the epitome of it all. And like you said, man, outside of that, that's our main goal, is to win the state championship. But, man, other than that, and more importantly, is to just, grow as young men. And what can I do as a senior to impact these younger kids' lives and leave a legacy? What can I leave this program, differently than when I had it? I think one of the most important things to me is that I started a Bible study kind of later in the season on Monday mornings. And, next year I'm really excited to start that back up again and just kind of connect people to the Lord that might not, always have that access. And so I think that the Lord wants me to use my platform to grow people towards Him and just share the gospel. And so I think that's one of the that is the most important part of football and high school sports, because at the end of the day it is just a sport, and it's not going to be there forever, but the Lord's love will. And so I think that's going to make next year successful, and we're going to strive to win a state championship, but we're also going to strive to become better men and build relationships.
I'm glad you mentioned your faith in the Lord in Bible study, because that was going to be my next question. Is because one thing I've noticed in the couple games that I covered you, and I'm down here after the game, and you're leading the team in prayer, and you're speaking from the heart. Talk about how important your faith is to you, especially when you're on the football field.
It definitely is the most important thing in my life, and at sometimes I fail to put it there, and I fall short lots of times, and but no, it carries me throughout my life. I mean, I couldn't do anything that I've been able to do without Him and the strength of Him. And that last game, I just kept praying to the Lord on the sidelines, just like, give me more strength, Lord. Just give me strength to carry, whatever I need to do. Just and so, thinking back on it, man, like you realize how powerful He is, and that constantly drives me, and I just want to share that to others.